So it's the wedding day. You've made it to the wedding day. There's a couple of things you can do here just starting the day out to take advantage of that last opportunity to build in a little bit of trust with your bride. We used to bring flowers with us to the weddings. We'd show up, we'd have a little bouquet of flowers, be like, this is for you, thank you so much for having us be a part of your big day. We stopped doing that as much because they were kind of expensive, and they just sat on the counter and they really had no use other than to be like, hello. So we then started bringing coffee for people, which was really great. You know, the bride's getting up at 7 in the morning, you're supposed to be there at 10. I've got my alarm set, I know what time she's waking up because we've been texting back and forth. I have her cell phone number, we've been texting on. I know what time she's getting up, my alarm's set so that I can text her around the time that she's waking up and saying, hey, looking forward to today, happy wedding day, we'll see you at 9:45. But one of the best things that we've done recently, or that we started doing, is we started bringing brides smoothies. These have like a real practical effect to them. You know, you've just had your rehearsal dinner, probably drank a little more than you wanted to. Most everybody these days is trying to be healthier. What better thing to have as a surprise on your wedding day than a really healthy smoothie? So we get up in the morning, we text, we say hello, we say we're gonna be there at 9:45. Also, I'm picking up a smoothie for myself. Would you like one? They almost always say yes. Oh my God, you're awesome. Oh my God. So we're starting this whole conversation, we're starting this whole day already on the right track. So keep that in mind and think about what it is that you want to do or what you can offer, those little bit of extras that you can throw in there to really bring out somebody's day. Typically we pack our salon bag the night before, or we'll meet up in the mornings to pack. You need an inventory list. For the first 10 years I did weddings, I didn't have an inventory list, and not only was I losing half my equipment all the time, but I was constantly forgetting things. I remember I did a wedding one time where I had like 15 bobby pins max, and I was embarrassed that I showed up without any bobby pins, that I did like 7 updos with these 15 pins. I hope everybody held. Point is that you need an inventory list. You need a checklist so that when you're putting things in your bag, you can mark it off that you've got it, and as you're taking things out of your bag, you can mark it off that you brought it back with you. Some basic ideas to bring is all of your pins, obviously. Rubber bands are really important. All of the products that you're going to use to be working with. A hand mirror. Don't forget your hand mirror. We also throw in a Bluetooth speaker. Sometimes you get to a situation where you're in a hotel and nobody thought to bring one, and you get to be the guy that provides music for everyone, so those are a good one to bring. We also throw a couple of power strips into the bag, so that way we make sure we have plenty of plugs to be able to work with. A few towels are good, or heat mats, so that if you're working on a surface you want to make sure not to damage, you have a heat mat, especially if you're doing work at someone's home versus in a hotel room, because nobody really cares about hotel furniture. Aside from those items, a checklist is really important to make sure you don't forget your essentials. When you arrive on location, you don't want to be too early. Some people are still working on getting out of the shower or getting themselves together for the morning, and when you think maybe if I say I'm going to be there at 10 and I show up at 9:45, that's a good thing, and sometimes it's just not. You know, if you've agreed to be there at 9:45, you don't need to be there at 9:44, and you don't need to be there at 9:46. You show up right on time. And when you show up, you walk in with confidence because you're about to lay yourself out here and create the most amazing day for this bride that she could possibly have imagined. Your space and where you're working is really, really important. You're going to notice that there's some areas in the room that have a little bit more natural light than others. It's a common courtesy when you're working weddings that if there's only one spot that has natural light, that you save that for the makeup artist. Most of the time the makeup artist is going to show up after the hairdresser. Our services take a little longer, and it's a really nice gesture when the makeup artist comes in and you say, hi, I'm James, very nice to meet you. We're set up over here. I saved this spot for you because I figured you'd like the natural light. It's a really great way, again, to just start building a relationship with the vendor right off the bat. It's been a long, long time since I've worked a wedding alone. Most of the time we bring a team. And when we walk in and we start with our introductions, my team will usually start setting out all of our stuff, and while they're doing that, I go around and kind of get a sense of where everybody's at. I kind of make mental notes of who's open and wants to do anything, because those are the easiest. I already have updos that I've been working on my Manny and on my friends and on past weddings, and if they're open to anything, those are the directions I'm going to go. I know they're quick, and I know I can knock them out. There's a few that will be, I'm not sure if I want it up or down, or there's a few that have pictures. Once we get kind of a sense of where everybody's at, we start with all of the updos first. The reason we do this is because a lot of people have had bad experiences wearing updos. when they're in a situation where they're in a wedding and the bride wants everybody to have whatever hair they want, and they decide, well, I had some really bad updos in the past, so I'm just gonna wear my hair down or half up, half down. If you do these people first and you leave their hair down or half up, half down, you spend the 20 minutes you've kind of budgeted towards working that service, and then later throughout the day they're watching all of these gorgeous updos come out of your seat, and they start deciding, well, I want my hair to look like that. We've done so many weddings where we had to redo 2 or 3 bridesmaids that swore they hated updos, and then after seeing our work, they wanted to do more updos, and you can't really charge for that. The whole point here is to make the bride happy and to make everybody happy that you're there. So to say, yes, I'll put it up for you, but it's gonna be an additional $150. So you're better off just doing your updos first, and the people that towards the end that want to wear their hair down, if they're still committed to that down style after seeing all your beautiful work, then fabulous. Just curl them and go.